Okay, so now he's got the halter on and we want to just put the bridle on. So here I've got the bridle, and somebody had used it before, and so they didn't put it away properly, and now I'm like trying to mess with it. There is a way to put everything away, and it's kind of a pet peeve when it doesn't get put away properly, but that's neither here nor there. What I end up doing is just deciding to get the reins out of the way. There's these paracord reins. I totally recommend them. They're super awesome for lots of reasons. We can talk about that later, but I just took them off. So see him drop his head right there. So just like putting on the halter, I'm just going to present that in front of him and just wait for him to drop his head. When he drops his head, I remove, I get out of there. It's the only way I know how to describe that. And so anyways, here all I'm doing is just going to hang this up on that ear, and I'm just going to wait. See those soft eyes? Just going to wait for that. See that? That's a micro movement. It's almost imperceivable if you're not really paying attention. And so I was going to present it, and then he started licking and chewing, and so I got out of there. What you want more than anything is licking and chewing and a sweet bandana. So here we go. See that eyes? See those soft eyes? And then that dropped head. Oh, that's perfect. That's when you want to get out of there. See him? He's like, hey, where are you going? There's licking and chewing, so I got out of there. See, he comes into you because he's like, oh, you're listening to me, right? He feels like he has a voice in this relationship and he's being heard. At least he's being honored. There it is, and I get out of there. See, what you want to do is you want to put a halter on when your horse's head comes down. Not see all these people putting halters on with their horse head really high. High head, brain off. See him licking and chewing just a little bit. So he's just kind of snuggling in on me and loving in on me, and so I just loved on him back. Now he picked up my lead rope and he started chewing it. Now he's doing this because in the halter video, I don't think you could see it very well, but he was doing a lot of chewing on the halter. And I just let that happen because licking and chewing is processing. It's also being very curious. It can even be playful. So I want him to just explore this and see those soft ears and those soft eyes. And it's like, that's just the black part, just that black rope, that lead rope is like $40, $39 or something like that. It's like, chew that up. I will pay that $39 to get your mind right all day long. That's what you want your horse's face to look like right there. Just like that. So we just keep coming back to the ear. Remember, he's got an issue with that ear. Most horses in the beginning kind of got issues with their ears. And so this is just kind of, I'm going to be messing with that ear. I'm going to shove the ear through the bridle, like up at the top band and everything. So we kind of got to get over this. Now, notice I just slide my hand over the ear, and I just hold everything right in the middle of his forehead. I didn't realize how close we were. We're kind of almost out of frame. Hopefully it stays in frame. See him licking and chewing. So right now what he's actually doing is he's rubbing his teeth all over the bit. I'm not trying to put the bit in. The goal is not to put the bit in his mouth, right? So just let him do what he wants to do with it. He'll be so much more apt in the future to put the bit in his mouth if he's had time to explore with this and check it out and ask all of his questions and figure things out, right? We want a horse that feels like he can think and be creative. Look at how low his head's getting. He's getting lower and lower and lower, and that's just because he's getting to explore with this bit. I wish it was in frame. He's just chewing on it. And when he's done chewing on it, hopefully it comes back into frame. What's going to happen is all I'm going to do is just lift my wrist, and that's going to pull that whole bridle, and it's going to set that bit in. Now, I didn't try to pre-fit the bridle. So while he had been chewing on it and licking on it, I was over there adjusting it so it could fit. Now see how I just bend that ear forward, just nice and smooth. You just want to create just enough space under that bridle to be able to slide that ear underneath it, and it should just be so quick and smooth. And so here's a horse that's got issues with that ear, and we didn't see that issue showing up at all. Now part of that's because we played with it in the other video in the bridle, and then we worked in this video. You've seen how we've worked with it. And so he doesn't mind having this in. And I'm not saying he ever did. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. There goes back to licking and chewing. Now I'm going to put these reins on. The paracord reins are awesome. This is a snaffle bit that can be converted into a shank bit, and so I usually ride with a snaffle. And so you see that's how that hooks on. There's just this knot and a little slit that goes through, and these reins are awesome because you can like tow your truck out of the mud with them if you have to. They're just super strong and sturdy, but very easy to use and put on and off. And now he's talking to, so I'm asking for his attention, but see how soft I'm asking for his attention? So that was, I didn't want to overexpose that stimulus. It's just like, hey, give me your attention, give me your attention. So you always want to be gentle. And then he was coughing here for a second. I don't know what that was about. So I'm just putting that other, I just hooked up that other rein, and you throw that on. Notice how he's turned into me. So remember, we wanted that when we were putting the saddle on. Anytime we're going to step in there with the horse, we want them facing us. So here I'm going to step to this other side. And that's the end of this video.